Hey guys, Ice here, and in this video we will be talking and giving examples on the biggest mistakes that low elo players make that hold them back really hard from getting a higher rank and improve. Before starting, if you like the content from this channel, please like the video and subscribe if you want to support my work. So let's get started. The first mistake that many players do in lower elos is that they force a lot of plays and they go for a lot of macro decisions that are very risky and unreliable. So let's see if you can actually identify what's the mistake that this player with Caitlyn, that she's around bronze elo. Let's see if you know what she's doing wrong. So let's play it and let's see if you can identify this. So what is the mistake right now? What did she do wrong? In this case, the thing that she did wrong is, well, she's going for the roam. Why? Why would she go for the roam when the bot laners are going to push her? Yeah, I mean, she might be able to kill the Veigar in this situation, but I mean, first of all, if the Veigar has his teammates behind him, he can actually turn, or maybe the Veigar can have summoner spells and he's just going to flash away, and then Caitlyn will not really get anything, Alistar will not really get anything, and the enemy bot lane, they will just win, so they will just take a lot of plays. So let's see what is going to end up happening here. So they go mid, exactly what I said right here, we don't really get anything, and right now it GG, BG, game is over. We just roam mid lane, we're shedding XP, Swain is tilted, Veigar is absorbing all of the pressure. We're losing so many plays on the bot lane. This is so bad by this Caitlyn. Guys, don't do this in solo queue. So how did I know? How did I know that it's a horrible, completely horrible rotation? Well, right here, when they went on the mid lane, they didn't really push out the wave fully. I mean, they can roam if they have a huge wave into the tower and if they know that they can keep Samara busy and they have like 3 waves into the tower and they go for this roam, that's fine. But I mean, right now Samara is walking up, they don't even have a big wave into the tower. Going for this roam is simply very greedy. Like, who's going to guarantee you're going to get a kill on mid lane when Lee Sin is not there, Swain is not there, and your wave is not really in a good position? So this is so bad. They just forced the roam. So don't do this in solo queue, guys. Do not force plays. Try to go for plays that are not risky. Try to go for plays that are very reliable. The second mistake that so many players do, and you might do it as well, is that they don't really know how to manage their waves. So let's see if you can actually identify what is Swain doing wrong in this position. So the elo is pretty low elo, around low silver, high bronze. So let's see if you know what he's doing wrong right here. So let's play it a little bit and let's see what he is doing. What was the mistake right here? What did Swain do wrong? So the thing that he did wrong is that he did not try to crush the wave before recalling. As we can see right now, because of the wave position right here and because of the fact that those minis didn't crush, the Veigar, if he's smart, he can just freeze. And he can just freeze for life because he has a lot of minis. He has around 4 minis extra, so you can freeze pretty well with the cannon wave and 3 casters, because the cannon wave is going to maintain the wave here for a long time since it's tanky, and the casters are also going to do a lot of damage. So this is very good. What should Swain have done here? Well, it's very simple. He should just push one more wave, especially because he saw the mastery being top lane a while ago, so there is no threat of being ganked in this position, and he knows that he highly prefers to just crush the wave into the tower before recalling. Huge mistake that he did, not really crushing into the tower before recalling. Obviously there are some exceptions. If he was like 50 HP right now and he knew that there is a high chance that he dies by trying to push the wave and crush the wave, then he shouldn't do it. But in this case, he had the mana, he had decent HP, decent mana, so he could have actually pushed. So don't do this, guys, in solo queue, otherwise you lose so many more games. The third mistake is about choosing the summoner spells. Many players, they actually choose the summoner spell by copying a pro player. If Faker uses Ignite on Fizz, everyone takes Ignite on Fizz. If Double Lift is using Exhaust on AD carry, all of the AD carries from Bronze, Silver, Gold, they take Exhaust, not knowing how to actually use it. So in this position, I'm going to show you and I'm going to display on you right here a play that this is what it can hold you back extremely hard by just copying a summoner spell that a pro player uses, but you're not actually understanding why does he take the summoner spell, why does he take a specific summoner spell. So this can actually hold you back, because obviously if you're taking a summoner spell and you're not using it properly, then you will lose a lot of games. So for example, this Veigar is just having Ignite, and again, it's a game that is played in lower elo. This guy has Ignite, it's so easy to use it, it's so simple. And then let's see how Swain uses his teleport that he got just because he watched some high elo pro players and he was like, oh, if Faker uses TP, I guess I should just use TP, because well, that's what challenger players do, which is very wrong. So if you're just copying a build or some runes, or just because a pro player does it, well, that's probably why you are the way like you are hard stuck. So let's take a look right here on this TP. So did the Swain need this TP? Well, not really. The TP is completely useless. I mean, right now the minions are going to die before he gets here. So why did he TP? He could have just walked right here. He already lost the minions. I mean, yes, by walking he's going to lose like 2 minions right here, but it's just 2 minions. Doesn't really matter. Sure, if it was a huge wave into the tower and he knows that by TPing, but using teleport on mid lane, he will get access to getting all of the wave, then sure, he could have done it. Otherwise, TPing in this particular case is just horrible. So taking a summoner spell just because pro players use it is bad. In lower elos, I would recommend Ignite summoner spells, or simply summoner spells that are doing something and are helping you in the fight, in a combat. Barrier, heal, but usually on mid lane it's Ignite, on top lane it's again same thing, Ignite. I wouldn't really play with TP that much below Platinum 4 basically, and then on bot lane never take Exhaust on AD carry unless you're very good mechanically and you know how to use it. So don't just copy the summoner spell just because a pro player uses it. If you take Exhaust on AD carry, or if you take teleport on mid lane or teleport on top lane but you have no idea how to use it, it won't matter. So be careful what summoner spell you are going to use. And especially if you copy them, like if you copy a pro player, try to kind of understand why you're taking a certain summoner spell, and don't just, oh, the pro player does this, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to pick it. Don't just assume that you will actually know how to play with it. The fourth mistake that we're going to be talking right now is something related again to the usage of the summoner spells. So let's see if you can actually identify what is this Caitlyn doing wrong, and let's see if you are if you have the game knowledge to actually find the mistakes of a lower elo player. So let's take a look at this. So right now Caitlyn is going on the river. She's trying to really go for the face check. So the face check is not really the problem. Right here, the problem is not the face check, but she does something after the face check that is very bad. Let's see if you can notice it. So what did Caitlyn do wrong here? Let's watch it one more time. So she's face checking right here. Again, not a problem. So let's assume that we didn't see that, and let's assume that that's not a mistake, even though it is. She did something a little bit of a bigger mistake here. So after she got caught right here, she just completely panics with flash and heal immediately. He panics with it. Why is it so bad? Well, obviously, why would you use flash and heal at the same time? This is so bad. Why is it bad? Well, obviously, if you know you can flash away and just escape by using the flash, then just use the flash. Why just panic completely with the heal? Of course, usually you would like to use heal first, then keep running, and if you really need flash, you can also use flash, but again, last second, like when the last ability that is going to last hit you is going to be about to hit you, then you just use the flash, not just panic with the flash. You would like to use the summoner spell that has lower cooldown first, so which is heal, and then if it's really needed, you can use the flash, but never panic with the summon spell. In fact, in this particular moment, even though in general you would like to use heal first, then wait to see what's happening, and then if you really need it, you can use flash. In this particular situation, using heal first is bad because you're not really going to escape here no matter what, even like if you use only the heal. So just flashing instantly and just trying to escape only by using the flash is the correct play right here. So the rule of thumb is do not panic with your summoner spells, use them when it's absolutely necessary, and try to use the lower summoner spell cooldown first before you actually use both of them. Super important. The last mistake that we're going to be talking is something that also high elo players, they do pretty bad, and that is jungle tracking. So not only that, people don't really know how to track the jungle, but they also don't know how to ward properly. They don't know when to ward, they don't know where to ward, they don't know how to use controllers, they don't know when to buy them, they don't know how to play the laning phase based on the enemy jungle. So let's check a little bit of what this Seraphim does right here, so we can identify what you should be doing, or at least what you shouldn't really do in your own game. So for example, right here we can see that Seraphim goes towards the brush and she immediately wards this around 2 minutes in the game. Well, warding at 2 minutes in the game is probably the worst thing that you can ever do in League of Legends. I mean, sure, if you're scared about a level 2 gank, like let's say they have like Twitch jungle, or let's say they have like Jarvan and you know he's going to go level 2 gank you, then sure, you can try to ward. But at this point in time against Talia, we know that she started the bot lane because the enemy bot lane just showed pretty late, and then we know that she started on the red buff. This means that she's going to be battling towards top side, and if she decides to actually gank you, she can either gank you after she does 3 clear here, level 3 gank mid, or just go for the red buff, Raptors, blue Gromp, and go mid as well, or any combination with, like, he can also do red buff, blue buff, Gromp, and then gank. So any combination of that he can give level 3. What Seraphim should know is that she should know that there is no way she gets ganked now. She will only be able to get ganked after 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So basically what you need to do is you need to ward between 220 and 245. That's basically the best timing to ward, and that is basically before the third wave arrives or after the third wave is crushed. And right here we can see that she's warding on the first wave, which is the worst thing that you can ever do. So this is so bad, let alone the fact that usually you want to look to push the laning phase before going for a ward, so you can have a big wave into the tower that can actually allow you to go for ward safely. So right now she goes for the ward. The ward is so bad because you should only ward over the walls. Usually if you can do this ward, it's much better than just this one, since you can get more value by warding right here just over the wall, and you can get more distance with it. And then she also, so she warded at the wrong place, she warded at the wrong time, she wasn't gankable when she was warding, and right now she's getting pushed in. How funny is this one? She's getting pushed in by a Yasuo. Yasuo level 1 pushes Seraphim. I have no idea how this is even possible. So this is a huge mistake that people do, jungle tracking. They don't think where the enemy jungle starts, and they don't know when easy ganking. So remember this rule, guys. 2 minutes and 50 seconds, usually you should expect a gank coming. So obviously if you don't know where is the enemy jungle after 2 minutes and 45, you should already have warded, and you should play like he is around mid lane, not too aggressive if you don't have information about the enemy jungle. And usually you want to push the wave before going for ward, and normally going for ward over the wall here, over the wall here, this one is fine, this one is okay, this one is decent, but again, never in the brushes. It's so bad to just ward the brushes. It's super, it's like a very low elo mistake that a lot of people do. So if you have problems with wording, remember that I'm also a League of Legends coach. So if you have problems with whether it's wording, whether it's jungle tracking, or maybe you want to learn wave management, matchups on the mid lane, macro, I'm also a coach having thousands of hours of individual coaching. I coached over 3,000 of people, bronze to challenger, all of the roles. So if you want to fix this problem and you have problems improving yourself, go ahead and book your own personalized coaching session and start improving instantly. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys. Hi there. If you're looking to get better in League of Legends, you are in the right place. Do you have problems improving and climbing by yourself? Do you want to get better and improve your gameplay fixing all of your mistakes, stop wasting time and getting to your desired rank, you are in the right place. My name is Andrew, and also known as Besides, and I'm a League of Legends professional coach. I already successfully coached over 3,000 of people, from bronze players all the way to challenger, helping them to fix their mistakes and improve their gameplay while cleaning Sagnafa.